Welcome to Jazzy Cartoons. This cartoon is about Bob, and it's about Elliot. Yes, Bob and Elliot. They are possibly not jazz fans, but they are happy. Well, to a degree. You see, Bob here and Elliot here, which is lovely. This is Elliot. Live in a tank, in a fish tank. So let's have a look at the fish tank and get a kind of an idea of what it's like there. Well, here we go. Here's Elliot. Now, Elliot's a sort of a, how can I say, an intellectual fish, intellectual goldfish. He likes reading, he likes poetry, and he likes anything that's got, you know, you've got to think about it. Yes, and also, being a goldfish, he has a lovely colour. He's a sort of orangey, yellowy, thingy colour. You know, thingy colour. What's thingy? That's a lovely guitar solo you're playing there. So here we go. Sort of goldy orangey stuff, really. Yes. Read, Elliot, read. The things that Elliot liked to read were philosophy, cake making, stuff like that. Here he is reading some Plato, which is an old Greek guy that used to say, you know, blah blah blah. Yes, this is the tank. In the back of the tank there was a bridge. A very interesting bridge with weeds. Weeds were around. They were green weeds, as weeds. Seaweeds, of course, not just ordinary weeds. Yes, here are the seaweeds. And that's, of course, let me show you them, for goodness sake. Otherwise you can't see them. And you can't, therefore, enjoy them. Right. That was a lovely bridge there, you see, which... Now here is Bob. Hello, Bob. Bob would go around happily, sort of thing. He would go around, he had a bit of a white bit there or something, anyway. Bob would happily go around forgetting where he was, really. Just swim around and swim around. Hello. Oh, this is a new bit. Bob would say, oh, look, I've never been here before. And he'd swim around and find another corner. Oh, look at that, that's nice. Elliot, have you seen over there? There is a load of weeds. It's wonderful. There was also, if I recall correctly, a pirate. A model of a pirate. Who are? Yes. And the pirate had a, yes, I think it was a parrot. Yes, a parrot on his shoulder. And Elliot once talked to the parrot, but the parrot would say nothing. Anyway, the days passed, and Elliot said, Bob, he said, Bob, come here. Come here immediately, I wish to talk to you. He would point his finger. He has a finger, sort of a finger. It's a fin, really, but a finger. Yes. And Bob came up. This is, what's happening? What's the problem? What's up, Elliot? Could you please colour me in? Thank you. Thank you. I'll colour you in as we go. Yes, colour me in. Thank you very much. I like to be coloured in. If I'm not coloured in, I can't do what I need to do, which is talk to you frankly and honestly. Yes. What is it, Elliot? What's up? What is the problem? Why are you being so serious? And also, what are all those bubbles? I've never seen those before. Bob, don't be stupid. We'll always have bubbles. We're in a tank, in a fish tank, okay? There's my scales. Yes, you've got scales too. Bob, I don't know whether you know this, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. That's right, stop the bloody music. The thing is, Bob, Elliot said to Bob, I think we need to get out of here. I can't stand it anymore. We're trapped, you know. We've got the little bridge and there's all the little interesting things to look at. And it's quite nice, you see. And yes, you get all these little bits of food coming down, which is nice. And there they go again, yes. But I don't like the taste. I've had enough. Do you know what I've been doing, Bob? No. What have you been doing? I've been researching. Each evening, and I will tell you this now, even as the paper changes over, I have been getting out of this infernal tank. You haven't seen me, but I've been down next to the tank, and I've been on the computer. Yes, I've been on the keyboard, and I've Googled escape plans. Because, Bob, I've had enough. I've had enough, and I want us to escape. Now puts the screen. It was quite a good screen. Actually, I must admit, I found some very nice videos of little kittens, but I can't get distracted. We must get out of here, Bob. We must. Yes, I will say must 3 times. Oh, God blimey. I don't know whether I totally agree with you, to be honest with you, Elliot. I'm quite happy here. There's something new every day. And how do you propose? Tell me true. Tell me do. Tell me any way you want to, said Bob. This is Bob saying that. What are we going to do, or how? How will we do this? Tell me, how? How do we do this? How, Bob? What were you saying earlier? Elliot, excuse me. Yes, Bob, you've even forgotten your own name, and that's not good, is it? It's not good for me, and it's not good for you, said Elliot in a very cross voice. Here's the plan, and he pointed again at Bob. Please don't point at me, Elliot. I don't quite like it. It puts me off. I was thinking of some things, and now I've forgotten what they were. Elliot drew a deep sigh. He didn't know why he did it, but he just did. He drew a deep sigh. He'll do one more deep sigh. There it is, it's a deep sigh. Yes, it rhymes with other words, but we don't know what they are at the moment. Elliot said, this is the plan. I have a plan written down. Here's the plan. And he put the word plan on it. Yes, it was a long, detailed plan, which included eating and swimming and escaping and stuff. He said, Bob, we will escape. That's what we're going to do. The music should go do-do-ah at this point, but I don't have the music. But it doesn't matter. And for some reason, some more of that food came tumbling down. Get off my plan. This is what we will do. Elliot and Bob worked through the night and constructed a very cunning device. First of all, Elliot put the device over Bob's head. It was an escape helmet. Yes. It allowed Bob to breathe outside of the tank. Although they hadn't tried it, Bob was a little bit worried, but he thought, well, you know, let's do it. Elliot explained that if he wore this glass helmet, then they would be able to climb down out of the tank and away. But where would we go, said Bob. Where would we go? Elliot put on his helmet. Bob, he said. Bob, my dearest friend. My friend I have known for so long. So long, and, yeah, so long, really. I will tell you, and I'll point at you again, as I always do, Bob. You'll have to get used to my pointing. I point. That's what I do as a goldfish. Some goldfish swim around, and some goldfish like to point. That's me. Yes, that's me. This is what we will do, Bob. I've Googled the sea. Yes, it's not far away from here. It's about 5 miles. Not nautical miles, but land miles. What we will do, we shall get out of the tank and we shall catch the bus. Yes, we shall get the bus, Bob. We get a bus. What's the bus? You know, Bob, the bus. We will journey down to the sea by bus, and then we will be free. We can swim in the sea, free to swim, you know, as we do. But what about, listen, Elliot, what about if there are sharks in the sea, and they eat us? Well, I think we will be able to survive somehow. We'll hide behind a rock or do something. I don't know. Let's get out of here and on the bus. Yes, on the bus. So, Elliot and Bob shimmied down or climbed down the tank. Oh my God, Elliot, it's quite dangerous. I don't know whether I will fall. Here's the tank, you see. And the tank was quite high. There's that little lovely bridge they used to go under. Bob was quite worried now. He thought, I'll never see that lovely bridge and that seaweed again. And yes. Anyway, go on, Elliot, he said. Bob was going, Elliot was, go on, Bob. I don't get the names mixed up. Go on, Bob, quickly. He was pointing at Bob, which put him off, nearly slipped. Goodness gracious. Go on, Bob, you can do it, Get down there and I'll follow you as soon as it's safe. It's safe, isn't it, Bob? Just jump, Bob, jump for your life. You can do it, just jump and get out of this infernal tank. Yes, get out of the which is blue, by the way. It's blue, it's because it's water, it's watery. It's all watery here. Poor Bob was quite frightened and didn't know what to do. He suddenly slipped and fell. And he was on the ground. I'm on the ground. I am on the ground, Elliot, and I'm not happy. However, I'm quite alive, so I don't mind. Come on, Elliot, it's fun. Let us escape. Escape to the sea, just like you said. And before you know it, Elliot had climbed out of the tank too. And they made their way down the corridor. Here's the corridor. And the front door was here. Excuse me. Unfortunately, they met with an obstacle. Yes. It was the family cat. The family cat was very curious to see them. Oh dear, Elliot. And oh dear, Bob. What are we going to do? Thought Bob. Oh no, Elliot, we're in real trouble now. That's the cat. That's the family cat. That is the cat that belongs to the family. I know I've already said it, but I'll say it again. Elliot said, Bob, don't worry. I know what to do. I will hypnotize the cat. You'll hypnotize the cat? Yes, I shall hypnotize the cat. It's the only chance we've got. Elliot looked into the eyes of the cat. These are not the goldfish you seek. We are not the goldfish you seek. Move on, cat, move on. Move on, cat with whiskers. The cat felt sleepy. Started thinking about some snacks or something. And Elliot and Bob sneaked by. That was really good what you did, Elliot. You have hypnotized the cat, just like in a famous movie that I once saw. Yes, and they slipped out the door. Goodbye. Yes, goodbye. Before you knew it, they were on the bus. La-da-dee-da-dee, tra-la-la-la. Is this the bus we want? Yes, it is the bus. Get on the bus. It was a number 37. A number 37 bus. And on got Elliot. And on got Bob. Let's get on it then. Come on. La 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 la. With their silly helmets, they went up the steps of the bus. Yes, that's what they did. They did indeed. When they got on the bus conductor or the bus driver, as we say, looked at them. He said, well, hello.
Where are you going to? Thank you very much. He had an old bus conductor's or bus driver's hat, and he leaned over and he says, alright, I don't normally have goldfish on my bus, but I'd like you to tell me exactly where you'd like to go to. We're going to the sea, said Elliot. Yes, we're going over there. He pointed. We're going to the sea, please. Thank you. Sea for me and sea. 2 seas, please. 1 each, or, well, we'll share it, you know? That's all very good, son. Goldfish or what have you. But I'd like you to actually, pay your fare. Or do you have an Oyster card? We don't have an Oyster card, whatever that is. We don't hang out with oysters either. We don't quite like oysters. Actually, we've never met an oyster. Well, you've got to have a ticket if you're getting on a bus. You know, goldfish, no goldfish, I don't care. But well, I don't know. Why not? Well, and Elliot didn't know what to say. But Elliot, of course, was a goldfish and had a lovely colour. His lovely golden colour, just like Bob. Well, Bob says, well, can't we just go to the sea? We want to escape. We're escaping. Can't you help us to escape? We are escaping goldfish. We're looking for our personal freedom. We want freedom. We want to be free and swim, and there might be sharks, but, you know, we're willing to take a risk. Look, do you know what, son? I'm going to let you go in, right? If the inspector gets on the bus, I will have to say I didn't know that they had got on without tickets. Oh, there's a strange noise, as there always is when you make a video. You go and take a seat and we'll say no more about it. So Bob and Elliot took a seat on the bus. We will continue with this fascinating story in part 2. Goodbye for now.